I know I said one more chapter, but here we are again. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you on a journey to the Dominican Republic. I'll be sharing what I did all throughout my trip and all the books that I packed with me on vacation. I obviously brought this one, Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. I also brought her other book, The Cheat Sheet, which I didn't end up finishing. I'm almost done with it. I was listening to it as an audiobook. I brought a Christmas book as well, but then I decided it was too late for that because it was already kind of New Year's, so I will save it for next Christmas. So let's dive right in. So a little preface to our vacation, why we're going to the Dominican Republic. My husband Colin Whoops, how'd that get on there? He served his mission there for 2 years, and so naturally, of course, he wanted to show me and all of his family what it was like while he was living there for 2 years. So we didn't get a ton of time for exploring the first day since our flight got delayed and we spent the night on the airport floor on Christmas. We started our trip in Enriquillo, which was absolutely stunning. The next day, we went and visited a family Colin got to teach while he was there, and it was such a sweet experience. Even though none of us spoke a word of Spanish besides Colin, they were so welcoming.
There was nobody hitting each other.
The traffic, on the other hand, was not as welcoming.
I didn't see it, but you were like an inch away from someone over here.
Wow, look how pretty it is.
The beach right outside our hotel, the pool and hot tub even had a view of the beach. For lunch, we ate the flag, as they call it, the classic beans, chicken, and rice. We drove to Los Patos and explored the beach and ended the night with piña coladas and pizza. We headed to the capital, Santo Domingo, where we enjoyed dinner by the ocean and went to see one of the many temples our church has, all lit up at night. There was a lot of driving in the car that day, so I tried to read in the car, but I got sick. The next day was Sunday, so we attended church where Colin was able to baptize quite a few members. After church, we walked through the streets to visit an hermana and her family. She had offered to cook for us, and boy was it yummy. We were so full, oh my goodness, it was a lot of food. At the end of the day, we went and visited Colin's mission president and his wife, which was such a blessing for Colin because I knew he got to be super close with them. On our way to the more touristy side of the island, we stopped at Parque Colón. With each step, we walked some of the same steps as Christopher Columbus. We saw the first street of the Americas and the first cathedral, which is still a running church today, which is why we had to wear these cloths around to cover our bare legs. The last 2 days, our hotel was right by the beach, so there was plenty of time for tanning and reading. We spent New Year's watching fireworks from the beach. My mother-in-law also put together such a fun, amazing race game for us, with beach ball blowing, sandcastle building, and digging in the sand, all complete with prizes. I picked out a Punta Cana t-shirt, which I wore on the way home to look like the ultimate tourist. Now let's talk about the books I packed. The Cheat Sheet and Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. They were both perfect reads for the beach. I was actually going to read Beach Read as well because that would have been perfect, reading Beach Read on the beach. But I completely spaced it, so that didn't end up happening, unfortunately. So first up is the Cheat Sheet, which I haven't finished yet, but it's been really sweet and fun so far. It's got a lot of the tropes that I love. It's a heartwarming story about two best friends that haven't admitted feelings for each other yet. So it's got the friends to lovers, unspoken feelings, and it's very funny as well. There's lots of humor in it, so it's been really interesting to read so far. I feel like the characters have really good chemistry with each other. The main characters are Nathan and Bree, and I just feel like Sarah Adams does a really good job at creating that chemistry between them and writing her characters in the Cheat Sheet as well as in Practice Makes Perfect. This book was a little bit different. It follows the characters of Annie and Will, and they couldn't be more opposite than each other. And I think that's why I love it so much about this book. I feel like it was very easy to relate to Annie in this book because she's a little like on the shy side, and she seems super innocent and all this stuff, and it was just very inspirational, I guess. She has felt that way like her whole life, and she's going out and achieving things now and kind of getting out of her comfort zone. But it's a very entertaining romance. I feel like the banter between the two characters is really good. It's funny. It's had me laughing several times in the book, and I just finished this one, and so I wanted to rate it 5 stars because it's so fresh in my mind, but I think I would actually rate it 4 stars, even though it was really good. It's right up my alley with a cutesy, predictable romance novel, but there was a couple of scenes in it. They weren't like terrible, and they were towards the end of the book, so I was able to just skip them, one of them being in like the bonus scene. So I just kind of noticed it was going that way and skipped it, but it was really cute. I'm trying to find the quote now. There was just little funny things in it. I feel like her little remarks and phrases to things were really funny, like her reactions to stuff that I had never heard before. You guys are gonna think I'm crazy now because I can't find any of the spots that I was looking for. But I did find another quote that I really loved and kind of connected to. It says that, but the thing about quiet people is that we're only quiet because our brains are so busy overthinking everything. Which I feel like is so true because, I don't know, you just have a lot going on in your head sometimes. So I guess I kind of related to that. But I really enjoyed this book. It was cute to see the difference between Will and Annie because she's like goody two-shoes and he's kind of like a bad boy. What I think I liked most about Practice Make Perfect is that it balances humor, but also with heartfelt moments throughout the book. I feel like Sarah Adams also does a good job at giving emotion to her characters, which makes them seem even more real. And so if you're looking for heartfelt characters that seem real and just cute, kind of hallmarky romance reads, then you should definitely read Sarah Adams' books. They're really good. So they were definitely an added highlight to my trip to the Dominican Republic. Even though I didn't have a ton of time to read, we were so jam-packed with activities and things to do. So I brought all these books and I was only able to finish this one and almost the other one. But so thanks for coming along with me in this little vacation recap. Let me know if you've read either of these books in the comments before, and let me know if you enjoyed them as much as I did. Until next time, I will see you in the next chapter.